Hey guys, so among my many other super secret powers that you have yet to find out, I am also actually a Transformer, believe it or not, yeah, just watch. Hey guys, it's me! But yeah, it's me, I'm a pillow, because, I'm not even gonna lie, my favorite thing in the world is sleep, and now I can just do it all the time, and nobody knows the difference. It's awesome, you should try it. Hello ladies and gentlemen and movie lovers of all kind, and welcome back to another new release review, and for today we will be covering Bumblebee. So Bumblebee was directed by Travis Knight, stars Haley Steinfeld, John Cena, and George Lendborg Jr. And the story follows the origin of the Transformers character Bumblebee, and how he came to be on Earth. Shortly after he crash lands to Earth, he is found by the human named Charlie, and she vows to protect him from the military and Decepticon threat which seeks to destroy him. So first up on the positives is Charlie's and Bumblebee's relationship. I like them both as characters in general. I think Haley Steinfeld is on a roll for this last half of the year. She was just in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and now she's in this. She is killing it in both roles, but in this one, it's much more human, because she is more human. It's real life. Regardless, she just kills it as this role. She's an outcast, her father has since passed away, she just can't really fit in with this new family dynamic that she finds herself in. She wants a car, she's not the cool kid, but she's attracted to the cool guy, the king of the castle. She's just your typical outcast, but she plays up the role so well, and she's a fine young actress. And then Bumblebee, well, I mean, even out of the original Transformers, really, aside from Optimus, typically who was everyone's favorite Transformer, that was Bumblebee. But Bumblebee is a much more sympathetic and lovable character than we had in the previous Transformers movies. He's a lot smaller, he's a lot more compact, and he's a lot more personal. He shows more emotions. He's like a lost puppy. And I love it, and I love their relationship. Next is the visuals in this movie, and there's no big Michael Bay-esque giant wide shots or big explosions, but what I like the most about the visuals in this movie is how clean they are. They look so much clearer than they did in the Michael Bay movies. Michael Bay just tried to do too much. Almost every single aspect of some shots were all CGI. In this one, it doesn't feel like almost any of it is CGI, and also the aesthetic of the Transformers. They did like the Generation 1, the original cartoon Transformers, that's what they look like in this movie, and it is beautiful, it is magnificent, and they look so much better than they ever did. And next is Cybertron. You have a few moments like you saw in the trailer set in Cybertron during the War of Cybertron, and damn does it look good. It looks so much better once again than the Michael Bay flicks. You have the G1 Transformers. They just look so good, and so much of the action that takes place there, even though all that is CGI, like I said, it looks so much cleaner, so much more crisp than it ever did before. It looks absolutely beautiful, and now I am crying for a Cybertron series. We can get 3 full-blown Cybertron movies looking like this. My god, that would be amazing. And next is something that was present in the Michael Bay movies, but this one, the hand-to-hand combat from the Transformers was phenomenal. They did more hand-to-hand combat than anything, not even really using weapons, maybe aside a few blades here and there, but for the most part it was very hardcore, metal-crunching hand-to-hand combat, again, with the much cleaner visuals. You could actually make out what was going on, and it looked good, it sounded good, it looked really technical, it looked like such clean, awesome hand-to-hand fighting, and it was super entertaining. Next is the soundtrack to this movie, because again, we are still riding that 80s nostalgia train. We get another movie set in the 80s, 87, but I don't mind it. I grew up on 80s music because my parents grew up in the 80s. I'm just bumping 80s too with having 80s movie references left, right, and center. I adored it. I had a good time with it. If you like your 80s nostalgia, you're gonna love that portion of this movie. And next, I just want to say thank you to Travis Knight, because you can tell this movie has Travis Knight written all over it. Now, he's not a very well-established director right now. He only has 2 movies under his belt that he has directed, but they are both really, really good films. Bumblebee is the one that I think is really going to shine for him. I definitely think that Travis Knight is going to become a much more household name, and he's going to be a much more sought-after director. 2 middle ground things. One, last I heard, is that the other Michael Bay movies are still in continuity, but it doesn't make any sense. When this movie wraps up and the things that it doesn't fall in line with the 2007 Transformers movie. My piece of advice, wipe out the Michael Bay movies, start from here, follow along this storyline, let Travis Knight do the rest. And next is just something I want to say, but it's the fact that this Transformers movie is the most well-made Transformer movie. It's the most thought out, it's the most character-driven, it's the most thoughtful, it's the most respectful of the source material, but that doesn't mean it's the most entertaining movie. Like, if I'm looking to sit down, have mindless Transformers action, I'm not going to go to Bumblebee. But if I'm looking for an actual great movie experience, yeah, then I'll flip Bumblebee on. So now for the negatives. Firstly is John Cena and the whole military thing. They're trying to bring Sector 7 back into it. I don't know, again, what the continuity's going on there or whatever, but John Cena, he's just average military guy, shouting out his commands, doing his 10 huts and things like that. You've seen it in other Transformers movies. It's worn on me this time. They didn't do anything special to mix it up. Even John Cena gave a very just completely forgettable performance, so even if you would have had an actor that really gave it his all, maybe they could have made it a bit more entertaining, but the whole military side of things, I just didn't buy into it. And next is, again, not my biggest negative, I'm gonna save that for last. When the Transformers kill humans, for some reason, they turn to liquid. Rather than just doing like poof and a big explosion, you don't have to show any gore in the body or anything. Nope, they just turn to like liquid, like it's Men in Black or something. They just turn to this weird slimy goop and just like explode into goop all over the floor. I don't know why, but I don't get it. And now my biggest negative of the movie, and the last one of the movie actually, is just that I felt the second act to be kind of really sort of slow. It just felt slower than the rest of the movie. And I'm not looking for constant all-out action. There are still sweet, heartfelt, fun moments to be had in this portion of the film. I just felt that some of it was delivered in a slower manner. The pace could have been picked up a little bit, or they could have just at least done things in a different fashion to keep me interested, but it's just a lot of like being in the garage, a lot of just kind of driving along the road and things like that, right? Good little character moments, but it just didn't keep up the pace quite enough for me to be fully entertained throughout the entire runtime. So with all that being said, folks, I think Bumblebee was quite the treat. It was a breath of fresh air coming off the most recent Michael Bay stinker with The Last Night, so I'm going to be giving Bumblebee a 7.5 out of 10. If you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know, what are your thoughts on Bumblebee? And be sure to check me out on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links will be in the description and at the end of the video. And be sure to check out my Instagram page every Friday for the Fan Vote Friday. This upcoming Friday, the 28th, will be the finale to the Christmas Challenge. So be sure to hop on over there and vote for the winner. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And that's a wrap.